Hey guys, welcome back to BCMN Bracketology. Today we're going to be going over Jerry Palm's picks and we're going to be making a bracket for his various selections for the tournament. Thank you guys so much for the recent support. We really appreciate it. All these likes and comments, we love to read those and reply. Comment down below what you think of this video and we'll definitely take a look and reply to it. Also, we'd really like to say we appreciate all of you who have subscribed. It really means a lot to us. Thank you so much. We're going to hop into this video. So first off, we've got Gonzaga versus Prairie View NCANT. This is the Zags.
Next, we got Xavier San Diego State. San Diego State did just beat Boise State, which was a good win. But Xavier just beat Creighton, who is a better team than Boise State. So we think Xavier's going to win this matchup.
So now we got Purdue, Loyola, Chicago. We will be a little honest. We've been a little biased against Purdue lately in our past videos. We don't think they're that elite talent in the Big Ten, but we're hating on them a little too much. And Purdue's a better team than we give them credit for, so we're going to pick them over Loyola, Chicago.
Next, we got Texas Winthrop. Even though Texas did just lose against Texas Tech, they're still a pretty solid team, and they're going to beat Winthrop.
So now we got Missouri, UNC. Missouri's gone downhill ever since that win against Illinois. We keep saying that. They keep losing. UNC, on the other hand, has been rising up steadily, and they've been incredible recently. And they just came off of a win against Florida State. I do think they're going to be able to win this and make an upset.
Next, we got Iowa, Abilene Christian. Iowa has been so good recently, besides that Michigan game, and they're going to win this game.
So now we got Tennessee, Wichita State. Tennessee, everything kind of went downhill after Kentucky. They've lost game after game. Wichita State, on the other hand, they've been looking phenomenal ever since that win against Houston, and even a little bit before that, they were on a 5-game win streak. They haven't played in a while, but as of the most recent game we saw from Wichita State, I think they're going to be a scary March Madness team with that three-point shooting ability.
Next, we got West Virginia, Eastern Washington. West Virginia's going to win this game. No questions asked.
Now we got Ohio State. They're going to win that one.
Next, BYU, Colorado. BYU has been pretty good this season. They haven't had any bad losses this year, but Colorado did just beat USC, and so they're going to win this game.
Now we got Creighton or Drake and VCU. I love Drake this year. I think they're underseeded in this bracket. I don't think they should have to be a play-in team. I think Creighton is one of the better 5 seeds, even though they just lost. I think Creighton prior to their loss was one of the best teams in the country at the moment. Right now, they're not as where they want to be, but I still think they're going to be able to win this game.
Next, we got Kansas Liberty. 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I would have said this would have been a pretty close game, but Kansas has really heated up recently. They just beat Baylor, who's a top 10 team, and they're going to win this game easily.
So next we got Oklahoma, Michigan State. I think Michigan State's been incredible recently after wins against Ohio State and Illinois. We have not actually, this video we're recording before they actually play Maryland, who we honestly think Maryland's going to win that game by 20 points, but just because they're at home and Maryland's been exceptional recently, which we'll cover later. But Michigan State, even with that loss, I still think they're incredible, and I think they're going to be able to pull this upset.
Yeah. Next, we got FSU Navy. Even though FSU did just lose, was it yesterday to North Carolina, they're still going to destroy Navy.
Now we got Wisconsin, Colorado State. Wisconsin came off of a bad loss against Illinois, who was without Ayo Dosunmu. I think Wisconsin is not the team they should be, and I think Colorado State's better because Wisconsin doesn't have that star player to build around.
Next, we got Alabama, Grand Canyon. Alabama's going to win this game. I don't see it even being any close.
Now I got Xavier. Zags are going to win that one as well.
Next, we got Purdue, Texas. Texas did just lose to Texas Tech, but Texas Tech has been pretty good. Once again, we've been kind of down on Purdue. They have been pretty good this season. They're in a very tough conference in the Big Ten. They've been playing pretty good. So they're going to win this game.
Now we got UNC, Iowa. I love UNC recently. Iowa, though, on the other hand, is a much better 3 seed than most others. I think Iowa's going to be able to win this game regardless of how UNC has been playing.
Next, we got Wichita State, West Virginia. I'd say theoretically, if Wichita State hits like 60% from three, they can win this game. But West Virginia has been so good recently, and I just do not see that happening.
Yeah, West Virginia is one of those 2 seeds that you could easily see being bumped up to a 1 seed if Baylor or Ohio State were to lose more. So now we got Ohio State, Colorado. Colorado's been playing good, but Ohio State's a better team.
Next, we got Kansas Creighton. Kansas has been playing so good recently, and Creighton did just lose. Kansas, even though they don't have that star player they usually have, I hate to say it, but they've been playing incredible, and they're going to win this game.
Yeah, so now we got Michigan State, Florida State. Michigan State, we just want to stress they have not played yet today. We think they're going to lose, but assuming we don't know the results of the game, I think Michigan State's actually going to be able to win this one, considering Florida State just lost. And as of right now, I think Michigan State will win, but this could easily change come tournament time.
Next, we got Alabama, Colorado State. I think Alabama gets pretty lucky with this matchup. In my opinion, that's probably the worst 10 seed. That was the worst 10-7 game. I think they get lucky and they get a lot of rest because they didn't have to play all their great players against Grand Canyon, and they're going to win this game easily.
Yeah, so now we go up to the Zags Purdue. I'm sorry, Purdue fans. You can't argue with us on this one. Zags are going to win this one. Zags are a much better team.
Next, we got Iowa, West Virginia. This is probably my favorite 2-3 matchup. Both teams have been playing really good recently. Besides Iowa's loss to Michigan, they've been looking really good. They have the best player in the league in Luka Garza. They have 3-point shooting. But with West Virginia, it's just faster and is going to beat them down the court and finish games.
Yeah, and this kind of comes down to honestly who can shoot better. If Bohannon and other guys are on, they could win, but West Virginia, if they're both playing average, they'll win. So Ohio State, Kansas. Given this question a week ago, it would be a no doubter Ohio State. But considering Ohio State just lost to Michigan State and Kansas just had a phenomenal game against Baylor, I'm actually going to put Kansas, although I do not like putting Kansas ever in March Madness.
Yeah. Now we got MSU versus Alabama. MSU has looked really good. If they play as good as they have against Ohio State and Illinois, they can definitely win this game. Alabama has been pretty good recently. Obviously, they just lose to Arkansas, but Arkansas has been playing amazing. We'll get to that later. So we think Alabama's going to beat MSU here.
Yeah, Alabama's kind of been one of those underlooked teams this year. So now we got Zags, West Virginia. I love this matchup. I think West Virginia kind of gets the short end of the stick, being a 2 seed, having to be in the Zags conference. It's kind of like MSU last year. I could see them winning, and they did win, but I don't think they're actually going to be able to beat the Zags. Zags are just something special this year. You've got Suggs, you've got Kispert, you've got Time. They're incredible.
Yeah. Then we got Kansas, Alabama. This is a pretty good matchup. Alabama has been having those like close kind of games, but they do end up winning those games. Kansas has been playing at the next level, though. They just beat Baylor. They're beating teams that they didn't earlier in the season. They're looking so good, and they're going to make the Final Four.
Yeah, so now let's go to the right side of the bracket. We have got Michigan or Bryant or Cleveland State, Michigan.
Next, we got UConn, UCLA. In my opinion, UConn is kind of overseeded. They should be like a 10-11 seed right now. UCLA is in a pretty good spot. They should maybe a 10, but they look pretty good, and we're going to have them winning.
Yeah, so now we got Virginia, Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky sadly has not played great competition. They just played Houston, though, and they lost terribly, showing they cannot beat those top teams like Virginia.
Yeah. Next, we got Oklahoma State, Toledo. Oklahoma State looks like a top 10 team right now with Cade Cunningham. He scored 40 the other day against Oklahoma. He looks unreal. That team looks amazing. They're going to win this game easily.
Yeah, now we got Florida, Boise State, or Georgia Tech. Boise State, I like them. They just lost, though, so I think Florida's just the size of Florida is going to be able to just beat either one of these teams.
Yeah. Next, we got Houston, South Dakota State. Houston, I think after that Wichita State loss, they're angry. They're going to go all out now. No matter who they play, they're not underestimating anyone, and they're going to destroy South Dakota State.
Yeah, now we got Rutgers, St. Bonaventure. St. Bonaventure is a great team to pick for an upset this year. I think Rutgers, though, I think they haven't been playing the best basketball they can. They lost to Maryland in a terrible game. Maryland played great, I'll give them that. But Rutgers looked horrible, and I'm going to give St. Bonaventure this win.
Now we got Villanova Siena. Villanova did just lose to Butler this morning, but Butler would beat Siena. And Nova usually would win those games. They have the talent, and they're easily going to win this game.
Yeah, this is the one 15-2 game I could see going as an upset, but I'm never going to choose that. Baylor.
I think Louisville's a little overseeded, and Maryland's definitely underseeded. I'd say in the next couple weeks, maybe by March, they're going to be like a 5, 6, 7 seed. They're going to easily beat Louisville here.
So now we got Texas Tech, UCSB, Texas Tech. That's going to be a bad 12-5 game.
Next we got Clemson, UNCG. I don't know that much about UNCG, but after the COVID break, Clemson did slow down, but now they're picking back up. They're looking really good, and they're going to win this game.
Now we got Virginia Tech, Oregon. Oregon's been incredible recently, beating Xavier, and I think Oregon's going to actually win this one by a lot. It's going to be a pretty predictable upset game.
Yeah. Next, we got Arkansas, Belmont. Okay, I admit it. We were wrong. Belmont is not that upset team that we thought. They just lost 2 bad games in a row. And Arkansas has been a top 3, top 5 team in the nation as of right now, and they're going to easily beat Belmont.
Yeah, so now I got USC, LSU. USC 2 weeks ago was a 4-3 seed. They've been terrible lately. As of right now, I think LSU is going to win this one, but come March, if they can get their act back together, USC is going to be a good team.
Next, we got Illinois, UMBC. Illinois just beat Wisconsin without their best player. I think with or without Iowa, they'll easily beat UMBC.
Yes, now I got Michigan, UCLA. Michigan's arguably top 2 in the nation, if not the best, so Michigan's going to win.
Next, we got Oklahoma State, Virginia. Virginia has been playing pretty good. They did just have a loss last week or something. Oklahoma State just beat Oklahoma and Texas Tech. They look really good. I do not see them losing this game at all. Oklahoma State's going to win by 15.
So now I got Florida, Houston. I love Houston this year, and I keep going on in our last videos how that loss to Wichita State was kind of a fluke because the weather in Houston, and they arrived at the stadium 30 minutes before the actual game. They couldn't practice all week, and they barely lost at away. So I think Houston's still going to win.
Next, we get St. Bonaventure, Nova. I think Villanova got really lucky with this matchup. I think they would lose to Wichita State. They'd lose to Colorado State. They'd lose to LSU. All of those other 10 seeds would beat this team, but they get lucky with St. Bonaventure, and they're going to win this game.
Yeah, so now I got Baylor, Maryland. As of right now, I'm taking Maryland in this game. Maryland has been looking incredible in the Big Ten. They're coming off a couple of wins. They looked amazing against Rutgers. They looked amazing in their last game. Baylor has not been looking great. They almost lost to Iowa State in a terrible game. Iowa State hasn't won a single game in their conference, and they just lost to Kansas. Baylor is on a downwards trend, and Maryland's been looking incredible. I'm going to put Maryland here.
Yeah, I agree. Next, we got Texas Tech, Clemson. Both teams have been playing pretty good. Texas Tech just beat a very solid Texas team. I think Mac McClung is going to be really good in March Madness, and they're going to win this game.
Yeah, so now we got Oregon, Arkansas. I like this matchup. I think Oregon's an underseeded team. It's an unlucky 11-3 matchup for them, considering Arkansas is just the best 3 seed, and I could see them being the best 2 seed if they were. I think Arkansas is going to win this one, but I like Oregon.
Yeah. Next, we got LSU, Illinois. I think, once again, either way, with or without Io, they're still going to win this game. They looked really good yesterday against Wisconsin. It looked close because they made a comeback at the end, but they closed out that game, and they're going to beat LSU here.
Yeah, so now top right, Michigan, Oklahoma State. I hate having to choose this game in the Sweet 16 especially. Both these teams I could see being Final Four. If Oklahoma State was in Baylor's region or even Ohio State's region, I could see them making a Final Four run and easily knocking off those 2 teams. It's sad, but Michigan's just been something different lately, so I have to respect that.
Yeah. Next we got Houston, Villanova. Villanova has gotten lucky with playing Siena and St. Bonaventure. Houston has just came off of a tough game against Florida. Maybe not tough, but definitely easier or definitely harder than the St. Bonaventure game. Villanova, we don't think they're going to be that good in March Madness. I think they keep getting upset, and they're going to get destroyed by Houston here.
Now we got Maryland, Texas Tech. Matt McClung's incredible, but I think Maryland, if they're able to beat Baylor, and that means they're hot and they can make a run. I think Maryland's defense actually is going to be able to stop him. Their perimeter defense has been incredible, so I think they're going to win that game.
Yeah. Now we got Arkansas, Illinois. Illinois has been looking pretty good, but Arkansas is looking better. I think Illinois would have been maybe any other 3 seed, but Arkansas has just been so hot. They look like one of the best teams in the nation, and they're going to win this game.
Yeah, so now I got Michigan, Houston to make the Final Four. Love Houston, no disrespect to them. Michigan is just better in every category. Houston, what they're good at is being big, they're good at rebounding, and they're good at transition offense. Michigan is better at every single one of those categories.
Yeah. Next, we got Maryland, Arkansas. I can see Maryland has been really good recently. They're one of the hotter teams in the country. But Arkansas is the hottest team in the country. You can't argue with that. They're going to easily win this game.
Yeah, so now I got Zags, Kansas. Kansas, I haven't really seen it in them to actually take down the Zags this year. I think Kansas came out of kind of a weak region, and I think the Zags are going to easily take this one.
Yeah. All right, on the other side, we got Michigan against Arkansas. Honestly, this is going to be my favorite game of the year, probably. Both teams have been amazing. Both teams are like top 3 right now based on how good they're playing. But Michigan just destroyed Iowa, just beat a really good Ohio State, although Arkansas did just beat Alabama. So I could see this going either way, but I still think Michigan's going to win this game.
Yeah, we hate to do it. We have to take the Zags yet again. The Zags haven't changed since our last video, and kind of last video we talked about how Suggs, Time, and Kispert, and it's not only them, it's the depth they have. They're like the Duke team. They're like that 2019 Duke team, except they actually have the depth. Michigan, I could see this game going either way, but as of right now, I think the Zags are better. Zags are going to be a really tough team come March, so for that reason, we're going to put them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We really appreciate those who comment and subscribe and even like the videos. And thank you guys so much